Saving Private Ryan is obviously one of the most popular World War II movies ever made. However, some of the history in it is quite dodgy, from things like Americans fighting German armor in the days following the landings at Omaha, when there was no such German armor anywhere near them and was on the other side of the Normandy beachhead. There are many mistakes and things in this film that many have noticed over the years. Another scene that many people may have missed or not really understood the context of is the one you will see now.
This, Monty's taking his time moving on Caen. Can't pull out till he's ready, so...
Guy's overrated.
No argument here.
You gotta take Caen so you take St. Lo.
You gotta take St. Lo to take Boulogne.
Boulogne, you got Cherbourg.
Cherbourg, you got Paris.
Paris, you get Berlin.
And then that big boat home.
Now, I'm no big fan of Bernard Montgomery and made that quite clear on the channel many times. However, this scene gets the situation more or less wrong. The idea that you needed to take Caen to help the whole bridgehead move forward doesn't make much sense. Actually, in reality, and holding the German forces, particularly the German armored forces, in place around Caen actually helps the American advance further to the west. And this is exactly what happens. Now, the timing of when Montgomery comes up with this plan is up to much debate. However, that is what happens, and that is what works. Keeping all the German armor pinned down around Caen allows the Americans to push on and take St. Lo, and then launch the breakout through Operation Cobra. So this whole idea that you need to take Caen to take St. Lo is utter nonsense. The way that these two characters are talking about the override Allied advance in Normandy makes it seem that Monty was just sitting on his hands for seemingly no reason and waiting for something to happen. That was not the case. He was waiting for more British and Canadian units and others to arrive in the bridgehead for a buildup to allow a successful advance. Now, it doesn't make sense to advance when you are not likely to succeed. So waiting for these troops to come and help the taking of Caen and then pushing south of the city to hold it makes perfect sense. So again, I am not the biggest Monty fan, but this plan worked. And this scene makes it seem like Monty was incompetent or just waiting around for something else to happen, which was never the case. Many authors and historians have made the exact same argument that I just outlined. Now, they make this argument really without understanding the design of the campaign and how things were going. So I think this is a case of how misunderstandings in history have influenced things like popular culture, such as this movie, and then that comes back around, influencing how people think about the history and what actually happened. This movie was vastly, vastly popular and remains so. So many people believe that this is the true history and what needed to happen for the Normandy bridgehead to be successful, when in reality it was quite the opposite.